All right, chat. I got another Tommy G video for us. Inside Marine Boot Camp. This is like an hour long, but it should be super duper interesting. And I'm quite curious even for myself. Chat, no lie, 50 subs, and I'll join Marines. Um, without a doubt. Like, I'm totally telling y'all the truth. But anyways, let's get into it.
I'm Tommy G. Today, I'm with United States Marines.
This is definitely, like, he looks like a military, like, general, bro. He looked like the dude that screams in your ear.
If you were to think of 3 words to describe a U.S. Marine, what would you say?
Tough, determined, motivated.
I must shoot him before he shoots me. Say I'm out. Bro, you about to piss me off, scream.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen.
Okay, wait, hold on.
They are considered federal property, and they are subject to 13 grueling weeks where every moment of their day is tightly controlled. Drill instructors have the job of taking average American teenagers, psychologically breaking them down, and then forging them into a war-ready Marine. Today we have unfiltered access to see what it takes to make a United States Marine. Let's get to it, but first a quick word from the sponsor of today's video.
Skip!
You are now aboard Rico Depot, Paris Island, South Carolina, and you have just seen the first steps towards becoming a member of the world's finest fighting force. Starting now, you will train as a team, will sleep, lead, eat, and train as a team. Do you understand? Aye, sir.
I want you to imagine 18-year-olds that only
Damn.
chilling with their friends, full of their own opinions, maybe trying to sneak a couple beers at a graduation party, to now where they are living in a reality where not 1 second of their day is up to them. My guess is for many of these recruits, this new reality is hitting them like a truck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. This is look, listen, and I love my hair. I think this may be one of the most terrifying reasons to go into the military. No cap, bro. Oh my god, I'd cry. I've grown my afro out for so long. I'd cry if I had to get it shaved, bro.
Well, if you know about a military base, it's its own little world. It's intentionally that way because you want these recruits to be dialed in, buying into the program. You're taking a high school kid from across the United States and forging them into a fighting unit in 3 months. This is a very transformational land. I went through a long phase of my childhood of being obsessed with wanting to be a Navy SEAL. I went to a wrestling camp in 8th grade, an intensive Navy SEAL wrestling camp at the Naval Academy. It was 4 practices a day for 8 days. And they kick the shit out of you. The military was also always something that I admired so much. The people that can accomplish special forces training, I just thought were the coolest, toughest people there were. In an era when it feels like things have gone a little soft, I'm just excited to tap in with the Marines and see what it's like. So tell us what we're walking up to.
Okay, so these are the yellow footprints. When we get the recruits from the airport, they'll get on a bus, they'll ship here. The drill instructor tells them, hey, all of you.
Oh, footprints are where they
straight, get off
stand.
my bus. Put your feet at a 45-degree angle, just like that.
That's how you know it started.
And that's how you know it starts.
How is this latest batch looking?
They're looking just as much as any other form of new recruits trying to transition. They're scared, they don't know what's going on, and we just have to guide them.
What made you join?
I wanted to join just because I wanted to get out of where I was and how life was treating me. It didn't really fit my motivations in terms of progressing. I came here and I found exactly what I'm on.
Zero!
These fresh recruits got here 18 hours ago and have
Dang.
not slept, and now they are marching towards their barracks to begin an hours-long process of getting their bed ready to lay down for the first time since getting to boot camp. It's safe to say most of these kids are probably feeling cooked right now.
0! 0! 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, move. Guys, let's go. Get the hatch. Count them as they come in. You, stand right there. Tell them to take their covers off. Hurry up, go to your spot.
Oh, bro, that would
Something I
suck
want
to
you guys to
sleep
pay
in, bro.
attention to, everyone looks the same, the haircut's the same, they're marching the same. This is how you break down the individual and you build a team. When you fight out there, you can't.
That's
it's
true.
never an individual battle. You got to rely on the person next to you, and this is just the foundation of all of that.
Black line, ready, move. Everybody scream, kill. Black line, ready, move. 0, go.
Damn! Yo! This must be so traumatic. Holy shit. This actually must be so, bro. Listen, shout out to anyone in the military, bro. This must be the scariest thing. I mean, bro's jaw can't go any wider, gang. That is so scary. Damn. Like, respect to the military. Respect to the military. Love, 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 love. Damn. I mean, that nigga's really using. Oh my gosh. That shit must hurt. Like, you don't lose your voice?
So these recruits got here approximately like 18 hours ago.
Okay, I see the beds are not made. Have these guys slept yet?
No, they haven't slept. So from the moment they wake up on Tuesday and they're going through the basic process to like get out from their recruiter, get on a plane, get on a bus, get here, they haven't slept since then, and they won't sleep until about 8 p.m. tonight.
So these guys are tired and
Damn.
confused, and it's like a fish out of water. They're in a whole nother world.
100%. The receiving drill instructors, our process, we're the splash of cold water in these recruits' face that like, hey, you're now aboard Paris Island, and they're in it, and they're figuring it out. They're getting instruction from their drill instructor all the way until they get in the rack tonight. The drill instructors are extraordinarily talented. I mean, these are the top 10% of the Marine Corps. If you come here, I guarantee you we can make you a Marine.
It became clear these Marine recruits receive probably thousands of orders a day, to which they are only able to reply, "Aye, sir." There is no room for questions, comments, or concerns, and to me, having to behave with this level of obedience would be very mentally draining.
Nah, no cap, bro.
I'm Staff Sergeant Solorzano.
And how long you been a Marine?
About a little over 8 years now.
This Marine, Solorzano, just won the title of Fittest Marine on Paris Island. And if you can't tell by looking at him, he is a prototype Marine who is built like a brick shithouse. Here's what he had to say. And what got you into this?
College wrestling didn't work out, so then I was recruited in the office. I said I want to join. He said too easy.
Do you want to get deployed?
Yes, 100%. That's the whole goal. We train, we do all this training for nothing. That would kind of suck. So yeah, at the end of the day, you want to go out there and for the world's greatest fighters force.
So you just want to see action. You don't care if it's Antarctica, Afghanistan, you just want to fight.
100%, that's it.
Do you ever look at the news and think like, oh, this is why we're going to war. Oh, I don't support
Wow, that's actually an interesting thought process too, chat. Because I could like, I don't know. Every time I thought of war, it's like, damn, I like high key really don't want to fight. Like it'd be really scary to fight. But you got someone here who is. It's a very interesting perspective.
matter to you at all?
So there's a commanding officer. He has his orders. He gets his orders for someone else, but he passes it to us, and we do the commander's intent. We just push forward.
Do you think most Marines are like you in the way that they're just biting at the chomp to get to war?
No. No one wants war. No one wants that. We're not wanting to start a war or anything like that, but we are wanting to actually go support, do our job, and do what we were trained for, and go help out any way we can.
Before you were the Marine, like what was your life like?
So I'm from California. I'm from Merced, California to be exact. Everyone always has trauma or everyone has a bad thing. Here, no one cares. It's like everyone has it. And some of my buddies, they don't have dads or they don't have moms. We all make jokes. I say we joke about it all the time. I say, throw me a football. He can't throw me a football. I was like, I know you didn't have a dad growing up. It's like that.
There's gonna be people watching that are the age that they could sign up if they wanted to. What is your advice to people out there that are thinking, do they want to join the Marines?
I would not be where I'm at right now if I stayed home compared to where I am now. A lot of my buddies, already gotten arrested, are either dead or anything like that.
So this was a life-changing event for you?
100%. Everyone can do it, but are you willing to push yourself to that, or you're not willing to give up? That's it.
In the near distance, we heard a female drill instructor shouting at some new recruits, so we went over to check it out, and this is what we saw. Okay, so right now you're looking at a group that is about 36
Wow,
hours,
that looks traumatic.
No sleep. They got here yesterday. They've been going all day, yelling, marching, orders, and that's the formula here. Get them tired, get them physically exhausted, so you can break them down and mold them into a team.
Get into the classroom or you scram out. Let's go run. God bless America. Hurry the freak up. Pick it up. Pick it up and go. 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 Tighten it. Tighten it. Cover. Align. Align. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Say something back to me. Girl, if you don't grab your trash and get over here. Stop acting so broke off and pick up the freaking pad. Girl, scream. Say I'm out. Let's go. Run. Say I'm out. Ears. Ears. I promise you it's not that freaking heavy. Scream I'm out. Pick it the freak up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Girl, how the freak you expect to do a freaking hike if you can't even carry 2 freaking things?
Damn, that's
I grab
brutal,
it and walk
chat.
closer than that. Scram out.
Bro, her arms are, she's red, gang.
Give me the tall one out here. Go carry her freaking pack. Run. Girl, absolutely not.
Seeing recruits struggle a lot just a day and a half in, you might be wondering how many will actually make it through boot camp. Surprisingly, only about 10 to 12% of them will end up quitting basic training. And this group will have to level up quickly because in just 10 weeks, they will be expected to hike over 40 miles in a key challenge period called the Crucible.
You're going to
Damn.
pick up your own freaking pack.
This is our receiving center, so they get here, they get on those yellow footprints, they move up, and they come through our silver hatches. They'll only do that once in their life. And
Yo,
once they're in
Godly,
these
what's up,
silver
bro?
Chairs, that's where we start going through just their initial, like, hey, I need your basic info, your next of kin info. We start taking all the stuff out of their pockets, all their personal items.
You know what though? That's
determining
pretty.
what's comfortable
That's
and
not
they're
bad
not
numbers
allowed
for only
take
10
in
to
the training
12% to
and
really
what
quit
they're gonna retain
after
their
the brutal
critical
training.
next of kin, whoever they think that is. That's their mom, their dad, their wife, their husband, whoever. And that's a script. And they're all gonna give that at once, and they're never gonna talk to anybody again, at least verbally, until they complete recruit training.
Why are they just screaming aggressively into the phone?
I just want to highlight this. In this era, 2026, being on your phone all the time, to be told for 13 weeks, no communication, that's a big game changer for a lot of people.
100%. Elsewhere in the building, right back here, is our barber shop. Every male recruit is gonna come through, and they're gonna wind up with a clean-shaven head.
Move my leg attached. Open it up.
So aggressive, bro.
Where'd you initially come from?
Pittsburgh. I'm from Warren, Pennsylvania.
I'm from Pittsburgh, sir.
PA.
Why'd you join the Marines?
Do something different. Travel. Just want to do something a little different with my life. New start.
I wanted something greater in life in the future and to have a brothership like this that can go more than a lifetime.
I wanted to give my mom a better future, sir.
Getting realer every second.
I'll finally be able to experience something that most people won't experience.
Being a part of a family like this is definitely surreal also.
From there, we take them through the rest of the building. These are the famous phones where recruits would come through and they would execute their script saying, hey, you know, I'm now safely aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island. I've arrived safely. Please don't send any food, all that.
Have you ever seen it break somebody if they can't reach home?
No, we don't really leave them the time to realize, oh, I haven't been able to get in touch with anybody.
I look at this boot camp as one big detox from your phone, from any drugs you were doing before, your high exercise. It's a transformation period.
No, 100%. I think you see that when you'll see the kind of product that comes across the parade deck at the end, it's totally different than what we got here on Tuesday night.
This place is death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, can you imagine someone telling you when you can lift your leg, when you can breathe, when you can move, yelling, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. It's just the repeated pressure of conforming. I think that's really tough. We're in such an individualistic society that conforming like this is probably tough for most people that walk through the door.
Yeah, that shit
far
sounds
today, we've
really,
seen a lot of
really
very
hard,
new
bro.
recruits. These are guys that are about to graduate. And you can tell by the way they carry themselves, their attitude, their energy. It's also really nice having the light at the end of the tunnel. If you're doing a really tough experience and you know you've almost completed it, you just get that last wind in you. It almost feels like a different species from the recruits that we just saw.
So what you just saw was Charlie Company. They graduate this Friday. They finished the Crucible 2 weeks ago. They are now Marines.
For those that don't know, the Crucible is a sort of Hell Week equivalent for the Marines. It's a ball-busting 54-hour beatdown to test the soul of every recruit that happens at week 10 of boot camp. And while we don't spend much time covering it in this episode, let me know in the comment section if you would like to see a full Crucible episode in the future. The other thing you have to know about
Damn, bro, that's enough context to have a whole episode.
There's bugs everywhere. There's gnats that I guess you shouldn't itch, otherwise you get cellulitis. There's nowhere to run. You're trapped on this island for a while. But luckily, it's a good kind of island. We've had a lot of bad islands in the news lately. Paris Island is a good one.
3, 2, 1.
Head to lights. Say aye, sir. Aye, sir. Face that way.
All right,
I
boys.
saw that 8 o'clock.
Time to go to sleep. We're calling it. We're in an empty barracks. It's the biggest Airbnb we've ever actually got to rent. I mean, look around for a second. We were very early morning, about 3:45. Getting up.
And you know what's crazy about this too? It's probably so easy to go to sleep. Funny pause, Rain. But bro, it's probably so easy to go to sleep. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, with the more exercise you exert, bro, you'll fall right asleep, bro. You'll need that rest, no cap.
It's a little bit of a hot Georgia day, so this is probably, that's all we need.
You know what probably sucked though? Like, probably going through training and waking up like the next day sore,
Wake up call
and then
first.
having to do something crazy, bro.
See me? Probably not.
Some
'cause I'm
crazy
rocking
training.
new big dog. That's 0346 for you chumps back home.
We're going to see a morning basic daily routine, which is waking the recruits up, getting accountability. They're going to get them ready to go to their physical training for the morning, which is going to be circuits. They're just going to do a whole bunch of calisthenics and running. You'll probably see them. They'll wake up really groggy, and the drill instructors, they don't care.
Lights! Are you gonna line now? 20,
Damn, at 4 in the morning.
18, 17, 16,
Oh, they got rifles with them though.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, count! Off!
58, last United States Marine Corps recruit. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen.
White Sox, 6 for the 9 till 50, for the 9 till 40, for the 9 till 130, for the 27, 20, 19, 18, around the waist. Around the waist. 10,
Damn, off the wake up, bro.
Camelback. Ready, move. 6 for the 9 17, for the 50, for the 9 17, for the 40, for the 9 17, for the 30, for the 9 17, for the 20.
It appears we're seeing a countdown every 20 seconds. They can put out an article of clothing. Can you explain what's going on?
Yeah, so they're going through their basic daily routine, getting ready to go to physical training. They're getting dressed. They got to wake up, and they will do everything by the number, so to speak. And the drill instructor, they will tell them, hey, you're going to get white socks. Now you're going to put those white socks on. And they'll do that for everything this morning, so it builds that discipline.
Ears! Guide's gonna come around and that recruit's gonna come around. You're gonna stuff your pillowcase inside of their pillowcase. Ready, move!
60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 11! 11! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right now, folks, 4:25. They've been up for 25 minutes, and every single second has been regimented. And I think that is the punishing nature of boot camp, where these days must feel excruciatingly long. You went from being a high school kid playing sports, playing video games, to every second of how you fold, to how you tie your shoe, or when you take a shit is strictly enforced by a guy yelling in your face, and you have to say, "Aye, sir." And that's part of the breakdown process. I can imagine that these days feel very long at this point in the training.
Yeah. It's a very early morning jog.
Do drill instructors have to almost achieve like a mythical presence to their recruits?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are the epitome of a United States Marine. They know that we are the most perfect example of what it means to be a Marine. We can't show any kind of being tired physically, mentally. So it is straining, but it's to sit there and show them like this is what it means to be the highest caliber.
You now put your knees on the deck and bring your foot to your left hand. So I'm talking to you. You look right at me, didn't say anything. Eyeballs. Switch.
Makes you feel like whatever you're doing for your day job is not so bad. Folks, next
All
was
that
breakfast for the
pre-breakfast.
Marines, and I was eager to see what a chow hall offered these young recruits. Here's what we saw on the inside. We head next to see a quintessential Marines tradition. Recruits that are a day away from graduating are going for a run, and for their first time in weeks, they will get to see their family members as they jog by. Two hijos in Los Marines?
Yes. Son.
Your son's in the Marines?
Yes.
What city are you guys from?
We're from New York. We're from New York City.
We're from Louisiana.
Atlanta, Georgia. Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm from Mississippi, but I live in D.C.
Your son's becoming a Marine. What's going through your mind?
I'm just so proud of him, and this is his dream, and he's living it, and he's determined.
Yeah, I haven't seen my boyfriend in 3 months, so seeing my boyfriend for the first time in person.
I am so proud of him.
I'm very proud of my brother. Like, everything my brother does, he does it with, like, pure passion and love. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to see him after 3 months.
W sister.
Can I ask what's going through your mind right now?
Just proud.
It's the whole rally.
Proud. Yeah, son. 21st birthday today too, which is really cool.
And what was it like when they told you they want to sign up for the U.S. Marines?
Oh man, I was proud. I'm happy, you know.
I just can't wait. I'm so proud of him.
He said it's something that he always wanted to do.
How do you feel now, close to graduation?
Very proud.
Excited, sad, emotional, proud.
He's my great nephew, so I'm proud of him.
Was it scary as a mom having your kid sign up for the Marines?
100%. I cried the first 3 weeks.
No, because he always wanted to do it, so I was prepared for him to do it.
If I was putting the mic on his face, what do you think he'd be saying right now?
Please, Grandma, stop.
Yeah, he told me, and I told him no, and I didn't want him to do it, to be honest with you, but he knew this is what he was meant to do.
I had to sit down and started crying.
I tried to talk him out of it because what's going on in our world today, I was afraid. He's the best kid anyone could ever have. I know everyone thinks that, but he is. He's just a super good kid.
But was it scary? I mean, we have a war that might be happening. Was it scary to know your brother, your son might be...
Right, there's a lot going on right now, too.
I mean, yeah, but he signed up for this. I know truly, like, in my heart, like, he could fight through anything.
Now you have to realize, for these families, this is the first time they're seeing their loved one in 13 weeks. There's a lot of people very close to tears. It's very emotional, a lot of pride. It's very beautiful. See.
Set your goal, you were disciplined in your approach, and you attacked, did you not? Yes, sir! Marines exist for one reason and one reason alone. Aye, sir! That is to close with, destroy our enemies wherever they may
Guys, I want to point out something I noticed. Compare the energy of this group of gun-ho Marines to the group of early recruits we saw that could barely lift their pack. To me, the difference is night and day. And I think the magic in this equation is a relentless drill instructor who believes within 13 weeks they can transform nearly anybody into a Marine.
My name is Colonel Anthony Baraletti. I'm the commanding officer of the recruit training.
So it's transforming people into Marine in 13 weeks?
And what is that like in 2026?
And really, in 2026, what we've found is a renewed sense of purpose in ensuring that we're balanced, not only in safeguarding the legacy of Alcor and the awesome responsibility we have with that and taking the trusted youth of America and transforming them in mind, body, and spirit, but also in preparing them for the future operating environment, understanding all of the changes that are happening strategically and figuring out the best way to ensure that we are making Marines that can fight and win in that environment.
There's whole new warfare we're seeing between Ukraine and what's happening in Gaza and what's happening in Iran. Does that change how basic goes for Marines?
So I would say yes and no. The foundational elements, the traits of an individual Marine have always been the same. We look for individuals that are looking for a sense of purpose, that want to be part of something bigger than themselves, and that have the character traits, that grit, that desire to be part of a team, to give back, to be ready to fight for those that are either unwilling or unable to fight for themselves.
So there's a lot of young people watching that think they might want to do this. And to me, I encourage anyone that thinks this is their calling to go for it. But I do know that generationally, we're asking ourselves a lot of questions. Do we want to fight for a government that we feel like maybe, is this Epstein's war? Is this Israel's war? Is this an oil war? But the truth is we need fighters. And so it's this weird kind of yin and yang to the question of should you fight?
That is true.
And these are questions I can't ask anyone here. Like no one, I can't put a guy in the spot and say, hey, sir, is this Israel's war or not? Because at the end of the day, what they got to do is they sign up to fight, and no matter who sends them, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, they got to go do it, and that's what they're built to go do. But I'm interested to hear you guys in the comments. Are you interested in fighting a war? What do you think about this government and fighting for them? Because after all, it's the guys on the front lines that are sacrificing. It's not our politicians in suits. So just something to think about. We are about to head to the Marine Pool facility and witness a high-stakes situation. Waiting inside are guys struggling to pass their swimming requirements, where if they fail, they are unable to become a United States Marine. Pool is a tough, unforgiving place. This would be probably where I would struggle the most. Man. The other crazy thing about physical endurance is it doesn't take much more than 2-3 minutes of it. You do burpees for 3 minutes, you're gonna be toast. You try and do push-ups for 3 minutes, you're gonna be toast. It doesn't take long to kind of really test yourself. And so we're gonna be with a group that needs more reps on the swimming. Maybe they didn't grow up learning to swim, or they just didn't do it a lot as a kid. And so now as an adult, they gotta catch up on the fly in Marine training, which is another little cool benefit. Is any weakness you come in here with, it's gonna get hammered out, smoothed out, and when you exit, that's just another thing you can add to the list that now you can do that you couldn't before. Would you guys say that the swimming is one of the more challenging aspects of Marine training?
I would say it's definitely up there because a lot of the times when recruits get here, most of them just don't know how to swim.
What kind of recruits that come here would you say cannot swim that well?
It depends. Sometimes you have companies that do pretty good at swimming. So on the first day, we usually get about around maybe a third if we're lucky. Pass the qualifications, then the rest of it, but usually by the end of the week, we're able to get about 95% of the company through.
And what are they going to be doing today?
So today we're doing their general qualification. We call it water survival.
Yo, check, y'all swim?
Water survival novice. So they're going to do a 25-meter assessment.
I can.
So the length of the pool is 25 meters.
Bro, I learned how to
So
swim because I was
one
scared
end
of
to the
drowning,
other
bro.
side. Once they get out,
Drowning
go
sounds so
onto the
terrible.
Tower, and from there, they're going to jump from that tower and swim what we call 50 meters. And so they're going to be swimming towards us, and they're going to hook a left, and they're going to go swim towards one of the ladders over there. Once they get over there, they're going to get out, and they're going to start going through prep work for their stay on the surface qualification.
So important aspect. Let's see how warm or cold the water is. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Nice little swim at the gym.
Yours. You want to make sure that you're.
They got to do that in their full suits, bro.
Hey, we're about to do the 25-meter self-assessment. Good? Yes, sir. Hey, so what's going to happen is just like Monday, you're going to freaking get in, you're going to swim across. If you touch the bottom, you're going to stand up. Make sense? Yes, sir. You're going to put your hands high in the sky and you're walking to the freaking side of the pool. Yes, sir. You understand? Yes, sir. First group, get in and start swimming. Next group, yellow footprints. Hey, recruit, you, why are we grabbing the ladder?
Yeah, you did. Get out. Blouse off. Get over
Damn.
here. Get 3 recruits side by side and face the front. Get in.
That's
start
why
swimming.
people swim. But a lot of people don't know how to swim though.
Is this the biggest thing that removes?
And some people
Marine
swim because they just like
out
to
of the
swim.
group?
No, we do a great job at getting them in the water and getting them confident. This is not the single greatest failure point for recruits. I would say overall adapting to recruit training and the lifestyle of a Marine is what gets them.
And so these guys are on the edge of if they don't get it together, that their road ends.
Well, we have another attempt tomorrow as well, so this is not like the last chance for them.
But they know in their heads that.
It's winding down though. Yeah.
And then these guys that did make it, their next
event is going to be going to the tower. Yes, they're going to jump off the 10-foot tower. We've had some people who don't do well with heights at all.
So right now we're looking at this class. I would say maybe 15, 20% is passing, and then we have a big group over here that just keeps on having a struggle with their swimming.
Pull. You're good. Get out. Don't touch my ladder. Don't touch my ladder. Get off my ladder. Let's go. You have the rest of your buddies.
That looks fun, chat. I would totally do that.
Save yourself! Keep going! Go! Get away from the wall. You're gonna mess him up. Squeeze! Grab it! How would you feel if somebody in war is saying please to you to help them? No good. Get up. Get out of the pool. How does that make you feel if somebody else quit on you? Bad, sir. If you rely on them, right? Yes, sir. You don't need help. You're doing fine. You have no confidence in yourself. Do you? Guess who cares? Nobody. You do it for the person next to you, not for yourself. Go on the tower and do it again. Yes, sir. You're not. Look at me. You're not gonna quit. Quitting is not an option. Yes, sir. Right. Ready. Stop. Stay calm, Wells. Just breathe. Breathe, Wells. Just breathe and swim.
So we're on our way to see some field training. I believe it's tactics.
Oh my god, field training must
we
fucking
stealthily move
suck.
as a unit. These are the basics.
That shit must be
Once they
so
graduate
terrible,
basic
bro.
training, then they would go on to infantry.
Anything where you're
training,
out in the
that's
hot
really
ass
nice what we see
sun,
in the
doing
field
shit in the
in
grass.
war. But what do you teach
Bro, if I was
them
in the
fresh out of
Marines
high
or
school
like
about war?
in training,
That's what
this
we're
is
gonna
what I
see,
would
so I'm
fuck up
kind of
on, bro.
Interested in this because as a coach, from a wrestling perspective, if I have a high school or college guy come into the room, it's very easy to show them a lot. But if a first day wrestler comes into my room, it's harder to cater to them. So I want to just know what the basics are, what they're showing, and see what it's like training out in the field here. Tom,
Hey,
nice to meet you.
I'm Brad, nice to meet you. So what these recruits are working through right now is basic warrior training. So it's one of the phase 3 recruit training iterations that they go through prior to starting to execute the Crucible. What they're doing right now is the day movement course to kind of back it up and talk about basic warrior training. It's a week-long individual through fire team, which is an element of 4 recruits and assistants training evolution, where they learn the foundational field skills and like really just building the scaffolding of their field skills prior to them going to the School of Infantry and then on to the Fleet Marine Force. So the first 2 days of basic warrior training, they're really in the classroom and out in the field doing a lot of practical application for land navigation. So
They've never done anything like this or anything like, especially when they gave. You've seen it when the receiving recruits. Some of them never even touched grass before. Never did a sport. Never did anything like that. So again,
Never ran from the cops. They never have to go over a fence.
never and nothing crazy. We call the twiddle their thumbs is a Fortnite generation. So all they did was play video games. They just seen it, never done it. Them is us trying to teach them actually how to be athletic.
Can you just talk about getting sandy during training? What is that like?
Being comfortable, uncomfortable. Sand is, no matter where it's at, it's uncomfortable. So
It gets in the crevices of your body when you move, your armpits when you run, your crotch, your butt.
Everything.
crack and all that. What would you say the most difficult part of training is that the most people might consider giving up at a certain phase, whether it's the crucible, the water? Like,
I would say it varies from recruit to recruit. It's one of those things where I always tell them when you hit that point, it's going to vary for all of you. But you have to remember the why you came here. The why you came here will take you through that hard time. You have to remember that your mind is stronger than what your body is. If you can mentally get over it, you can physically get through it.
now, you've been in for 21 years.
That's
Some
true,
people
chat.
say this generation is soft. What is your perspective seeing 21 years of people coming through?
I think that is a verbal misconception that gets communicated. Everything is relative.
So you think this class of recruits are just as tough as 20 years ago?
Absolutely.
What we're seeing right here, I think, is the perfect analogy for Marine boot camp. It's tough, it's slow, it's uncomfortable. There's sand going in your gloves, your helmet, your shoes everywhere. And we started this day at 4 a.m. It's not even noon yet, and we're just taking our time slowly, painfully, making your way through this sand course. What do they do after this? They move on to the next thing.
I'll vote, chat.
and
I
keep
just
it
feel like my
going.
light's not
That's
bright
Marine
enough.
Boot camp in a nutshell.
I still don't think it is. Oh well.
What's your name?
Varenkov, sir.
And how many weeks in are you?
10 weeks, sir.
And you're the platoon leader?
Yes, sir. The god of the platoon, sir.
And how'd you become that?
How's his voice sound like that?
Dedication, sir.
What made you join?
This recruit always wanted to be a Marine, sir.
And where you come from?
Alaska, sir.
Really? Whereabouts?
Palmer, Alaska, sir.
What do you like about being a recruit?
Getting taught the discipline, sir.
Okay, what's been the toughest part so far?
Helping all of our brothers stay together.
Making sure that the bottom of the pack doesn't quit. And
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what have you enjoyed the most?
The brotherhood, sir.
What would you say to if people from your hometown are watching this and are thinking about joining? What would you tell them?
Do it. Serve the country.
And why?
Because we have the best country in the world, sir.
So you got a lot of sand on your face right
Yes,
now? You seem like you're embracing it.
Yes, sir.
Is that the only way to really make it? Is you gotta just embrace it and,
Yes,
and
sir.
lean into it?
Yes, sir. Embrace the suck, sir.
Do you have a family member that might be watching
Yes,
this?
sir.
Okay. Can you say something to them back home?
This recruit loves you, and this recruit hopes that you're all taken care of and doing well. And this recruit will see you soon.
You're doing really good?
Yes, sir.
Way to go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Thank you. To become a Marine, you lose yourself and then you find yourself again on the back end. But it was very fascinating to observe that recruit in his form. And I feel like that's
Bro,
textbook
his
what you
voice
want
is
in a
gone,
Marine.
gang.
These guys just completed their exercise
How many yes
out
sirs
here.
has he
Next, they're
fucking
heading to a
answered?
classroom to further double down on their education. And up next, we have the Chow Hall, which I'm excited for. We'll see you there. So we're going to a new Chow Hall right now.
The weapons training chow hall, so it's over here on the weapons battalion side of Parris Island.
And how many Chow Halls on base?
1st Battalion has a chow hall. 2nd and 3rd Battalion share a chow hall called the Consolidated Chow Hall. We have H&S, Headquarters and Services Chow Hall, and then this is the weapons chow hall.
Boot camp food review. So just by looking at the food, I can already say it's better than jail food.
Definitely is. Jail food is fucking
cafeteria-esque, which
terrible,
not
bro.
surprising given where we are. But part
That
of me
shit
wonders,
looks
like,
disgusting.
You're the elite fighting forces. Do you have elite food? But knowing that it's the military, let's see. Chicken breast. Chicken breast overrated. I'd always go chicken thigh. Juicier. Let's go with the taco. Yeah, I'm not joining because of the food. I was wondering if there's going to be a healthier offering. But what you have to remember is the military, although their budget is huge, it's not like the soldiers are having luxurious experiences. I mean, we've seen that across the base.
What's
You're
his
not in this
schedule?
because
I got
you want a red
Pokemon
carpet
and Rivals
experience. You're in it
after
'cause
this.
you wanna
I'm pretty
change
sure it's
your
in the
life and
title.
fight for your
No,
country.
did I not fix my
And so
title?
you get the job
What's in
done.
my-
That's what you see.
Oh, yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Eat,
No, it's
go
in the
back,
title.
Shoot, train, sleep, repeat. That's what
After
you
this,
see.
I'm
So
gonna
I would
beat
give this
Pokemon,
a 5
hopefully.
out of 10. Better than jail food, but not top of the line. A
And then,
huge part of Marine training is becoming a competent marksman
play
with a
Rivals.
rifle. So we head over to a platoon that is practicing shooting
That's
drills
if
from
I can
distances
beat
of
the Elite Four. If I
100,
can't beat the
300,
Elite Four,
and 500 yards.
nigga, I'm
Do
in
you
the
have
stream
how
there,
many
bro.
rounds
I'm not
you
gonna
guys
lie.
are shooting a week?
A week. So when they're
Or I'm a team build.
here at boot camp, they
And then
only
try
shoot
again.
for 2 weeks. This week, what This company, Mike Company, is doing right now.
But if the Elite Four
is
goes
a course of
smoothly,
fire
I'll
called
I'll
Table 1,
play Rivals
and
and
then
rank
next
up.
week they'll do a different course of fire called Table 2. So the total round count per recruit, I want to say, is around 680 to 700 rounds. But that's all that they get while they're at boot camp.
It's a good amount of practice. Well, shall we go towards it?
Sure.
You're gonna get the outstanding prone position. I got you, 13.
Can you tell me who you are and what you do?
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Scott.
Platinum or
Furlong.
play
I'm
for
the XO for weapons field training.
I don't know.
at the
I was
time.
probably going to tap into some
I've
horror
been
games,
for
honestly.
About 2 months prior to that, I was on recruiting duty.
I don't want to
was
jump right back
recruiting
into
from
Pokemon
Southeast
because
United
I'll
States.
tire myself
And
out
what is the
from it.
standard for Marine that's in basic? What do they
Like,
got
how
to do
much?
shooting wise?
There's 3 different qualification levels. You have expert, then you have
And then with Fallen Order and Spider-Man. See, the thing about Fallen Order and Spider-Man is the fact that they're not trending right now. So like, it's hard to like make sense to play them. Like I played Spider-Man and that shit just like no one was tapped in. So I'm gonna start following a lot of trendy games as well as just games I'm extremely passionate for. And Pokemon is always trending. There's too many fucking fans. So like, yeah, I was gonna try and tap into some trendy horror games, and figure shit out from there.
sharpshooter, and then you have marksman. So they have to score within a range of that. And if they don't on the first time, we put them through like remedial training to make sure that they at least try to get qualified.
Listen, FNAF, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
They have to check off the box to be qualified.
So at the end of the day, it starts with.
Oh my god, Chuck, can you imagine like a FNAF
We're
marathon?
talking about a lot of young men and
Yeah,
women
bro,
who
that'd
never
fucking suck.
touched a weapon before in their life.
Bro, I'd be
This
so
is the
scared.
Squirt gun all the way to the M16A4, and they go through their weapon safety rules. They get one-on-one training with all the instructors, and if they do violate any safety rules, we mark them in a certain way to show repeat offenders and things like that. If they get too many of those, then we drop them back to a different company and they have to remediate.
Guys, shooting's not much different than basketball. You just gotta go on the court, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reps. That's what it takes to be a master, and these guys are doing that. And one thing that's really impressive is that these guys have thousands of Marines coming. Some of them are very new to firearms and a very clean safety record. I mean, there's a lot of disaster that can happen if you have a bunch of 18-year-olds with guns, and these guys do a great job of making sure the training is safe. Hand-to-hand combat is something.
I'm not saying no to Fallen Order. Like I wouldn't mind playing it. It's just that like I wouldn't try like a trendy approach.
My name is Staff Sergeant Nasuki, and I am the senior drill instructor of Platoon 3049.
What's the biggest difference between the males and the females here?
The males, you tell them to do something, and they do that instantly with 100%, like full force. Females, they'll look at you like how fast, when, where. They'll ask you all those questions just by their facial expressions.
Chat, low-key, this is super healthy, bro. Squashing beef in a sand pit.
My name is Daniel Nunez. I'm the company commander for November Company.
How long have you been here?
I've been on MCRD Paris Island since the summer of 2024.
How old were you when you became a Marine?
I joined the Marine Corps immediately after college. I was about 22, 23 years old. Joined back in 2019.
What's your why for being here? What gets you up every day?
At first, it took a while for me to understand, my purpose when I was joining. I just wanted to work. But once I became an officer of Marines, my purpose is clear. My purpose is the Marines.
Yeah, I get you, Godly. I get you, bro.
They're my why. They're the reason I wake up.
Family Day. This is all the cons of the military. I'm wondering what the negatives are entirely.
We're here during a special moment.
I mean, about the
to see this kid
facilities.
For the first time, and I'm trying to imagine if my own son signed up for this and I hadn't seen him for 13 weeks, how special it would be What you have to realize from the parents' point of view here is when they send their kids to the Marines, some of them maybe they were in the streets before, some of them were punks, some of them were fat, and now they're looking at a kid with a whole new body and spirit, and it's got to be something to feel that transformation as a parent.
Who do you have graduating today?
Gavin Banks, my son. We're excited. Haven't seen him in like 4 months, so.
Call me soft, but this next scene made me want to cry. You see, we are about to watch Marines who will graduate tomorrow see their family for the first time. As I see these families celebrating in the background, it makes me think a lot about patriotism. And I think we've been sold this idea that patriotism and nationalism is actually a bad thing. And I disagree a lot, because a good amount of patriotism is what gets a nation to move forward, to be motivated, to build. Because if I know that I love my country, every hour I work is not just for myself or for my family, but it's for my country. And that's a powerful thing to harness. So I actually feel like as long as we have the right leadership using that momentum, that we need more patriotism. I think that'd be good. So the Marines are going off with their families for the first time. Are they allowed to drink right now if they wanted to?
No, they're not allowed to drink, smoke, dip, nothing of that sense.
Because I'm guessing 13 weeks sobriety, it could be a disaster if they start drinking today.
Correct.
And this is to avoid any behavioral or disciplinary things happening. Just better be safe than sorry.
Yes, exactly. The same thing about driving. They're not allowed to drive here either, even if they brought their cars or whatever it is. They're just with their families, and it's the family time where they get to spend with them here, but then they got to come back because they still got graduation practice. They still got to do graduation
tomorrow.
Exactly, because they haven't made it yet. They don't make it until they get off the island.
Keep that weapon on your trailer, Sky Ma'am. Pistol get to the front, Sky Ma'am. Arms down. 0. Eyeballs. What's the ditty? Eyeballs. When you go down, what's the ditty? Fist smooth, right? Stop acting like phase 1 recruits. Fist smooth, scream my ma'am. None of you did fist. Get it back up.
So militant.
What's your name and what's your position?
My name is Joel Sarsan Sosi, and I'm an experienced drill instructor here at Delta Company.
And what made you become a Marine?
I wanted to become a Marine to get away from the reservation that I am from. I'm from a Navajo reservation and located in Granado, Arizona.
These guys are about to finish?
They're graduating tomorrow, finishing up 13 weeks of training. Tomorrow they'll walk across the parade deck and then be reunited with their families. So in preparation for graduation, what we do is kind of make sure that their uniforms are within standards.
Can you show me what you're looking for?
So make sure, like, this individual's IPing his shirt. So he's taking off any extra strings from the sewing. Make sure that there's nothing that can get snagged on. He's also already placed his ribbon 1/8 of an inch above his pocket. This is the standard.
Ribbon is that metal?
Or the metal, the shooting badge.
Marines are known for being meticulous about every detail, so here we see Marines searching for wrinkles and loose threads to make sure their uniform looks flawless for the next day on graduation. So it's gotta look immaculate.
It does, within the standard, yes.
So you're about to graduate tomorrow. How are you feeling?
I'm graduating tomorrow, man. I've been here for a long time. I got dropped from Fox Company to Charlie Company, so I've been here a little bit longer than everybody else, and I'm pretty excited to finally go home.
So it's been a grinder.
Yes, sir. You could say that.
If you don't mind sharing, what made you get dropped?
I was just being stupid. Came here with a high school mentality. Got treated like a high school kid.
Okay, and what did you learn upon completion?
I definitely learned, like, you should watch the things you say. You should watch your mouth.
I struggle with that too.
I learned that there's a time and place for correcting people, and there's a time and place where you have to let people learn their own problems. I remember one time when I first got here, actually, the drill instructor was ITing me, and I was just feeling like weirdly giggly that day. And there's this thing where we do with our rifles, we go like this and like that. And at first it was fine, and then he made me put it behind my head and go like that. that was a little less funny.
I imagine you get a laugh attack a lot here. If you're not careful, you have to really keep it buttoned up.
Yes, sir.
Laughing in the misery.
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank
well
you, sir.
done.
Thank you.
Of course.
Good evening, sir.
Good to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Damn.
What made you join the Marines?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely fuck up on that aspect, bro. I left at everything.
I was not in the best state back home with how my life was going, and I wanted to set a better example for my family, my siblings, my friends, and I wanted to improve myself and become the best version of myself, sir.
I know it might be tough, but there's a lot of people that can get inspiration from your story. Can you get a little bit more into what was going on in your life before you became a Marine?
Before I became a Marine, I went to electrician school. I'm certified as an apprentice electrician. I was about to land a job. Right before I landed that job, the guy I was supposed to start working with stopped answering my contact, and it's been a dream of mine to be a Marine since I was a young child. So when the electrician route stopped working for me, I realized that I didn't have much at the time, and it was time to go chase a dream that I've had since childhood instead of just leaving it on the pillow.
What did your parents think about you signing up?
They're very supportive of me. We had family day today. I got to see my family for the first time after 3 months. Extremely proud of me, extremely proud of my accomplishment.
What was the most difficult part of boot camp for you?
Boot camp was definitely missing home, sir. Missing my family, my friends. I got over that by making a new family here, sir, with my brothers in the platoon, in the company, and that's the best way to overcome that challenge, sir.
Congratulations, man. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Hey there. Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
W
I heard
stories.
you have a non-traditional route to the Marines. Tell me about it.
This is like a grown-ass
I was
man.
at 35, not
Oh.
from the United States. Came from Venezuela. When I just arrived to the United States 2.5
This
years
is a grown-ass
ago.
man. Whoops.
And really feel like it's a privilege to live in this country. If you've seen the news, you know Venezuela's been living under a dictatorship for the past 25 years or so. That's why I left my country. I have friends who were imprisoned, some who died under the dictatorship. So
Bro, my
getting
light
here,
is genuinely
now I live
so
in Washington,
dark.
D.C., so I got to see
Bro, that should be looking so
Congress,
weird.
the Capitol, all these symbols of liberty, democracy. Made me feel like, you know what, this is a privilege to be here. When I was looking at the options, if I'm gonna do this at 35, might as well do it with the toughest, meanest, and elitist force there is in the United States, so I joined the Marines.
That's better. That's better. I'm gonna rock with it.
Or do you get an exemption for that?
The age limit is 29, but you
Yeah,
can
we gonna
get
rock
an
with it.
age waiver, I think, until 39.
What was the best part of boot camp for you?
Honestly, the physical challenge. Before getting here, I was worried I was going to get injured. I was going to get injured, I was going to get dropped, and my process was going to take longer. And specifically the obstacle course, the oak course, the first time I saw it standing right there at the beginning of the oak course, I was like, yo, I can't do that. I can't jump over those bars. I can't climb that rope. But actually the first time I passed every obstacle, and it just made me feel invincible. Like I could keep on going, and also keeping up with 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and be able to finish every physical aspect of boot camp just made me feel like, okay, cool, what's the next challenge? And I'm looking forward to School of Infantry and seeing what the next challenge is.
I want to take a picture with you guys. Congratulations, 13 weeks, hustling, grinding to become a better, stronger man, representing the country. I just want to celebrate this moment, documenting your boot camp by taking a picture.
Damn, that's tough. W Marines.
All right, folks, that was a look inside the United States Marine boot camp.
Yo, W Tommy G video.